Aye. Seeds. Well, the peas that I'll be growing, they'll be Kelvindon Wonder, so I don't need to look at them. But then I've got tin of seeds there, and a box of special seeds given by a friend here. These are for giant stuff. You alright everyone? Well, I said yesterday in a video that I wasn't 100% better. Today, believe it or not, I actually feel 100% better. So I'm just about to head off down the allotment, and what happens? Lo and behold, it starts raining. So I'm still going to go down. Reason being, someone put a picture on our WhatsApp group of some bricks that had been allegedly dumped there at the end of our bottom alley. I seen the bricks, brand new. I knew Ian would have dropped them off, so I had commented that they were Ian's bricks. Wow, all the traffic here. So, just to be double sure, I actually rang Ian and he confirmed it. Yes, I dropped the bricks off. I says, right. I says, just a woman's messaged. When I say a woman, she's a friend. You know, she's just moved 2 gardens away from Ian, but she was on the previous alley. You know, we're on the bottom alley, she was in the middle. And she had commented that if nobody wanted them, if they'd just been dumped, could she have them? So I let Ian know, and he went, yeah, tell Claire if she wants them, she's more than welcome to them. So then lots of other people started commenting, can I have them, can I have them? So I privately messaged Claire, and I said, I assumed she was still down the plot. So I said to Claire, I says, look, I've spoken to Ian and you're more than welcome to have the bricks if you want them. She said, unfortunately, Jimmy, she says, I've just gone home. I says, alright. I says, no problem. She says, if I'm down at the weekend, she says, and they're still there, she says, I will have them. So I thought, right, I'll go down and I'll put them in our garden for her. 2 reasons. 1, that's helping her out. 2, when I was on the phone to Ian, he said he had dropped us some bottles of water off. He gets packs of water from work, you know, so he drops us them off every now and again because he's always in mood for drinks or bottle or whatever. And I had said to him I wanted a flagpole, and he had said it was just there. He says, I've got you a telescopic one. Basically it's what you'll see on the motorways. They use them for the power lines and that, to keep the power lines up. So he's got us one of them. He says, and I've just left them just outside your shed. So I thought, well, I don't want to be leaving bottles of water outside because of the rats and that. So I thought, well, I'll go down and get the water put back inside. I'm saying put back inside. I can put the water inside, and I'll just take the pole inside as well. But I can get me barrow, nip back along the end of the alley, fill it with the bricks, take them along, I let take them in my garden, then carry them across 3 gardens, like across mine, across Ian's, across Phil and Jackie's, into Claire's. And that way she's got her bricks and I'm doing a good deed. And I thought at the same time, whilst I'm down, I can check to see what I fancy growing this year. I'm not going to be growing loads and loads of stuff that I'm not going to eat. There will be things I'll be growing that I won't eat, which is just for friendly competitions. You know, the longest cucumber. I normally grow cucumber, but I don't eat it. You know, I give it to friends and family, but I'll be growing them. Pumpkin, never ever grew one before. I'm growing one of them just for the friendly competition. Sunflowers, never grew them before. Never grew a flower in my life. So I'm going to grow sunflowers. I'm just looking to see if I've got enough space to get past. And there's another car coming and a learner driver. So, however, mate, you'll get a transit bus through there. Thank you. I hear, you know, when you've got a massive gap and you see these little cars and they're going slowly, just inching it, and you're looking, you can actually see, and you're thinking, well, how about you got 3 foot either side of you? And it's as though they're not too sure of the gap. That annoys me, it really does. Anyhow, I want to see what other seeds, see what seeds I've got, i.e. chilies, peppers, tomatoes. I lost the train of thought there, sorry. But then there's other things, you know. So I'm going to grow a couple of different types of cucumber, a couple of different types of swede this year, and I love me swede, I really do. But I'm going to grow a few different types. The cabbage, I'm not too sure what. I will be growing Savoy. Last year I grew spring cabbage, Savoy cabbage, pointed cabbage, white cabbage, and I just had far too much. I was giving lots and lots of it away. So I just want to cut down on the amount, and also how many different varieties of everything. Anyway, I'm just pulling up at the allotment now, so I'll just pause this video for a while. For anyone who didn't understand what I meant when I said the flagpole off here, telescopic for the overhead cables, it's that, and the cable sits in here, and I don't know if I'll be able to raise this single-handedly and hold the phone, but I'll try. It is murder trying. I think I may have to pause this and then, tell you what, I'll just pause it just a second. So now I've got that up there, yeah, but if we go down to the next joint and we open that one, which is the middle one, no, I'm not going to be able to do it because you need something to hold the base of it steady. Unfortunately, oh, it is moving, sorry, it is. I think that's still got about maybe a foot to go in height, and then obviously there's this third section as well, but that's probably the height I want, give or take a bit. You know, it's just to put my flag up so I can see wind direction. Anyway, I'll put this back down. Do, 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 do. So that's what I'll be able to attach my flag to. Oh, there's the log burner. I've just started about 10 minutes ago. So, a little bit of information I received yesterday. Ali and Trisha, the right pair plot. Please feel free to have a warm off the log burner anytime you wish. Actually, this is the second one I've had. The first one was a homemade one I made from 2 colour gas bottles. The reason I used 2 instead of just the one, I wanted to put a drawer in the bottom where I could house an ash can, which I could just remove all the time to empty the ash, rather than having to put your hands in and get manky. So I made it slightly taller with the ash can. It did do me in me other allotment. I'll actually add some photos in here. Little bits and bobs of us building it, and then bits of it when it was actually installed. Hand on heart, I much prefer this one. It is safer. You know, there's no getting away from the fact that a homemade gas bottle definitely is nowhere near as safe as a fire that's actually made for that purpose. You know, but either way, regardless whether it's a homemade one or a bought one, you need to have a carbon monoxide tester quite close by. And I would advise anyone, please buy yourself a carbon monoxide tester. You can buy them from about £3 or £4 up over. Certainly not worth putting your health or your life at risk for the sake of a couple of quid. Anyhow, I think I'll have a look and see what seeds I've got that I want to plant this year, and then maybe try and whittle them down a bit, because I still have boatloads. Right, seeds. Well, the peas that I'll be growing, they'll be Kelvindon Wonder, so I don't need to look at them. But then I've got tin of seeds there, and a box of special seeds given by a friend here. These are for giant stuff. Actually, there's some huge stuff. Sunflower. This I've got absolutely no idea. Katrupi. Oh, I must have put them ones in by accident. The Elsa Craig. These ones special, really heavy, cannot name them. Beetroot, Lola, kohlrabi. I didn't really grow them. Stuttgart onions, they shouldn't have been in there. This is African kettle gourd. I don't grow them. Giant green cabbage, I will be having a go at those. Broad bean, I don't grow them. giant beetroot. I may have a pot with these. More kohlrabi. This one is a marrow. And I reckon the largest from these seeds, 62.5 kilos. Tomato lions. Don't know if you can see that one or not. And then there's marrow. And lastly in here, 29-inch long runner beans. They were a 2022 variety. Yeah. So, cheers, Dave. In this tin are seeds that I do grow, but I won't be growing them this season. Iceberg lettuce, cos, rocket, long white ishikura, spring onions, which I've already set some away, musselburgh leek, cauliflower, broccoli, sorry, Johnson's Langic cabbage, more iceberg lettuce. I'll have to find somewhere to put these down as I'm picking them up. More Langic, Wilkinson's leeks, Cavolo Nero. I'll be giving them a miss this year. Probably be giving them a miss full stop. So if anybody would like the seeds and you want to get in touch, send us your address, I'll post them to you. There's still quite a few. Mr. Fothergill's carrot, Purple Sun F1. I didn't try them last year. I totally forgot about them. I won't be trying them this year. If anybody wants these, they're welcome to them. Johnson's spring onions, Johnson's leek, the Torah F1, coriander, cilantro, Wilkinson's parsnip, javelin F1. Got more elastic bands than anything else here. Moneymaker tomato, Swede best of all, Wilko's cauliflower, Wilko's cauliflower all year round, Wilko's parsnip, javelin F1, Wilko's parsnip student. Then you've got the Wilko's carrot, Chattanooga red code 2. More Wilko's cauliflower, more Chattanooga red code 2, more parsnip, javelin F1. Hey, then we've got Wilko's broccoli and beetroot Detroit 6 rubidus. Grew them, they were quite nice. More Langic cabbage, more broccoli, more spring onions, more spring onions, more spring onions, more broccoli, Johnson Swede invitation, more invitation, Ailsa Craig onions, beetroot Detroit 2. So although I eat these ones and I have grew them, I won't be growing these ones this year. So that leads us to what I will be growing, or from which I'll be cutting down. Oh, why is that jammed? Tell you what, that's better. I will be cutting down however many is in there, because as I said before, I don't want to grow far too much stuff. So let's move them out the way and see what we will be growing. So, market more cucumber, yes. Wilko's lettuce, I'm unsure, so we'll put that there. Wilko's broccoli, yes. Brussels sprout, Groninger, yes. Carrot king, autumn carrot. Wow, get me words mixed up, apologies. Autumn king carrot, yes. In there are some sunflower seeds which I got off Mick next door. He had a big sunflower, not as big as the seeds I will be grown from. Long cucumber of Dave, yes. Heavy tomato of Dave, yes. And a lot that I like that I get them grown local. Crimson crushed tomatoes, yes. I'll start them off indoors. I'll put them in a polytunnel later on. I might even put them in a bed. Orange habanero, yes, because I do like them. Honeycomb F1 tomatoes, yes. Tomato burlesque, yes. Sweet pepper Red King F1, yes. Tangerine Dream Pepper, yes. Cucumber Carmen F1, don't think so. Hot pepper Mersh Masala, yes. Hot pepper Havana Gold, yes. Hot pepper habanero golden yellow, yes. Right, spring onion ishikura, no, because I've set some away. Rinsburger onions, no, because I've set them away. Red Baron, no, because I've already set some away. Cherry tomato baby F1s, yes. Sweet corn incredible F1, yes. All grown local there, thank you. And then we come to Wilko's carrot, the Chutney red cord. I'll grow one pack of them, not them. Wilko's parsnips, the Javelin F1, yes. And the white gem parsnips, no. Moneymaker, no. Savoy cabbage, yes. Virtus. Then we've got cabbage Golden Acre Primo 3, yes. Then we got Wilkinson's all year round cauliflower, yes, because I love me cauliflower, I love me swede. There's not a great deal of veg that I do actually eat myself, so they are like a must. The Autumn King carrot, yes. Amsterdam forcing, I'm going to give them a go. Haven't tried them before. Johnson Swede, yes. What got here? Chilton Seeds Direct, sorry. Swede Tweed F1. Now, the Tweed F1, I had really good produce last year, so they are a must. And now we're coming to some of the giant stuff of Dave. You've got a wild pumpkin, which, if I show you the picture of it, looks absolutely massive. So I will be trying that, obviously. Tall sunflower, 510 centimeters. Yeah, I will try that definitely. Tall corn, I'll definitely be trying them. A field pumpkin, yes, I will try that. What have we got here? Autumn King carrot. I've already got some, but I got these off Dave, so I will be trying them. The Hurl, I'm not too sure about. Cucumber, F1 Fem Spot, yes. Long chili, which I got off Dave once again, yes. Giant bell pepper, off Dave, yes. Starting to come to the end now. Giant black corn, I'm going to have a go. Believe it or not, I've never grew sweet corn before, so this year is going to be my first attempt. So I've got sweet corn and I've got the black giant sweet corn, so I'm having to go with both. Another giant sunflower, yes. What's this? Oh, hot pepper habanero orange, yes. what's this one? A huge pumpkin, yes, of Dave. And I've got Marianne Swede, yes. So these, which if I can pick them all up together, these are all a yes. You go in there. I put me pumpkin seeds, sorry, sunflower seeds off Mick, in there. I'll put those ones on the top because those are the ones that I'm not bothered whether I do or I don't. If I've got space, I will. If I haven't got space, I won't. It's as simple as that. So what I need next is to try and get some space in here. Mainly get my beds topped up outside with the topsoil, the compost, etc. Grow bags in there which I'll just feed for, use them for tomatoes, etc. I don't use them specifically for tomatoes. Sometimes I'll mix them up with compost, put a bit of perlite in, etc. And I just use them for potting on. I even use them just for topping up beds when they're coming to the end of it, you know. So we're going back to the fire and I'm going to put the kettle on because I want a drink. Well, I almost forgot. Telling you what, veg I was planning, I totally forgot. It's back to front because the camera's facing the opposite way. Flower seeds. Now, to be honest with you, I haven't got a clue of everything that I have got. So I'll start by saying Cosmos Sweet Kisses. Yeah. Now, please bear in mind, I've never ever grew a flower before. Like I said before, with the sweet corn, I've never grew them. Sunflowers, never grew them. Never grew any sort of flower in my life. So, whether they work or they didn't, I've got no idea. But we'll try. Glycophilia elegans. I quite like the look of them. So I thought, well, I'll try. There's a method to the madness, you know. One, it'll attract bees to the allotment. But secondly, if I can grow the flowers, I can use them in my business, which saves on another outlay. So it's worth a try. Nicotiana perfumed white. These, they're a lovely looking flower. Unfortunately, the packaging, you don't get a picture. I apologise for that. There's a few of them like that, you don't get pictures. The Royal Bride, I like them, they look really, really nice. Lovely. They're snapdragons anyway, just in case anybody didn't know that. Snapdragons. These, Cosmos Sensation Mixed. They're whites, red, pinks. So, as I say, there's no picture on that one. This one is Aguila Columbine. It's a pretty giant sort of flower. Once again, no picture, but they are a pretty flower. Because with me not growing flowers, I know absolutely nothing about them. So I just looked, I thought, that's pretty, and I was reading, and I thought, right, I'll have it. You know, if the picture caught me eye was a pretty flower, that's what I liked. The Bascom Snowy Spires, I really like them. I got these once again from where I'm getting most of my veg from, grown local. Marigold Petula Red Night, once again grown local. Followed by more marigolds, Petula Gold Deluxe, and once again from grown local. And here we have more marigolds, Petula Firebird, And once again, grown local. Now we have Cosmos Double Dutch White, which are from Premier Seeds. So only two companies I've basically used really, Premier Seeds and grown local. So I've got Cosmos Gazebo Red. These are just Cosmos flowers, but the vibrant red. Premier Seeds. Then I've got, I don't know how the hell this has got in here, because it's actually, well, you might not be able to read it, will you? Walking Stick Kale. It should have been one of the veg. I'm not growing it this year at all. If anybody would like them, and they want to send us an email with the address, I'll post it to you willingly, not a problem. This shouldn't have been in here either. Ricotta Ria Haluga, hot chili. I will be growing them, so I need to keep these out. So there was this 2 seconds while I put these away. Hey, well, that was eventful, wasn't it? So now you know what I'll be growing. Unfortunately, there's not a lot at the moment I can do, because it's at the way it is at the moment. It's a totally unheated greenhouse. I did set some onions, spring onions, giant onions away. Some of them I split and took home. They're germinating, and these weren't germinating. But since the temperature has been on a steady, it's about 12 degrees I think in there now, I've looked and they're just starting to germinate. You know, they just come through maybe 8, 9, 10 mil, which in a freezing cold greenhouse, that's good, because yesterday was the first day I was down for, it was exactly 7 days. So in this shed, in this greenhouse, it'll have been absolutely freezing for a full week. So I think they've done quite well to germinate, and I've just moved them further back to the window where they'll get a lot more daylight. So I'm actually looking forward to the new season. I was in 2 minds to install a wood burner through there. When I say wood burner, I was just thinking the old one, what I made, the gas bottle one. Or whether to go with my initial thought of thermosiphoning from this one straight through to a header tank and a radiator. Because obviously if you've got 2 burners, you're using twice as much wood. But then the other side of the coin is, I always bank this up when I leave anyway to try and keep a bit of heat in. The wood burner that I made holds a lot more inside. The problem with it is, like anything else that you just make from steel, too much heat can cause that to glow red, and that's dangerous. So I really wouldn't be banking it up. And that sort of thinks then, well, would I be wasting my time putting it in there? You know? Yeah, it's going to benefit from initial heat, yeah. But in order to sustain that heat, I'm going to have to bank it up before I leave. And if I put far too much in, it's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter, because it hasn't got a control like this one where I can close the dampers, stop oxygen getting through, you know. It would just continuously burn and it would get too hot. And I think it would be dangerous. So I think I may either avoid doing it altogether, or only have it heating when I'm in here. You know, because a lot of the time I'll spend in there, so I wouldn't need this fire on. So I would have that burner in there going, but I wouldn't need it where it's roaring hot. Because, as I say, I would be in there. I can shut this shed door. I can shut the door into the tomato, what I call the tomato room. You know? And that would keep the heat in there, which would be where the majority of the seeds would be getting set off. So, it's a little quandary for me to try and contemplate. Ali and Trisha, I'm just wondering if you're feeling any warmth yet. It's absolutely boiling here. Another thing I was thinking as well, getting one of those fans. I've seen them on YouTube thumbnails, and I just happened to see one yesterday when I was in Aldi, however you pronounce it. And it sits on the top of your log burner. And from what I can understand, it's the rise of the heat sets the fan away. So it circulates the hot air coming from the fire. So that could also be another option to me. Which means I'm only using one burner, but the fan's circulating the heat, where at the moment, the heat's sort of just here. So, just little things to contemplate. It's nearly me puppy's birthday. If anyone doesn't know, I bought an English Bull Terrier pup, Brin. And it was, I think, about 18 months ago. I was down in Cowbridge in South Wales, and I bumped into a guy who was walking the most beautiful English Bull Terrier dog I've ever seen. Beautiful, brindle and white. Got speaking to the guy. I found out that the dog was a show dog. He called it Dylan, and I found out his kennel name was Affenbull Bruno Mars, and I've done a lot of research on him. What a fantastic dog. So I stayed in touch with Di, and I had said to him, look, if you ever line him with a bitch and you have a one that's identical or very, very close to Dylan's markings, I would have it, not a problem. So he rang me. It was only a few months later. I said, he's got a lining planned with a bitch. So he said he would keep me in the loop. I said, no problem. Well, from the pups were due on the 8th of February. On the 7th of February 2023. They were born the day later, on the 8th. And I got a couple of photographs of Di. And about a week later, when the pups were obviously a week, I got a few more photographs of Di. And those two, brindle and white. One was a dog, one was a bitch. And I said, look, Di, it's got to be a dog. I don't want a bitch. So we waited. And he kept sending me photos of the dog. And it was, I think, he was 3 weeks old. I said, look, Di, I said, you can send us the photos as often as you want. I want the dog. We hadn't discussed the price or anything. You know, I had just said, look, I want the dog, end of, I want him. So he said, right, okay, he says, I'll put you in touch with the breeder, the owner of the dam, Sally, Mustang Maggie of Cam Valley. So he put me in touch with Kerry. I spoke to Kerry. As soon as I said who I was, he went, and all about you. Di's told us how he met you, that you've been interested from day one. I went, look, Kerry, I says, I want that dog, the brindle and white dog. He went, I've already had it marked down as yours, he says, until I heard anything different from Di. Well, I was over the moon. I was only working in the cemetery next door. So I said, look, do you want to pay for him now? The full amount, pay for him. And he went, no. He says, pay as a deposit, 200 quid. He went, and that'll hold the dog until you come to pick him up. If when you see him he's not what you want, I'll give you your 200 quid back. He says, because I'll have no problem selling him. Oh, not a problem. When he was 8 weeks old, I was due to pick him up. I couldn't get down to Cardiff. Well, it was in the valleys actually, not Cardiff. I won't mention the town, but it's in the valleys. So I rings Kerry. I went, Kerry, I says, can I ask you to do me a favour, please? Yeah. I says, I can't make it down this week. I went, is there any possible chance you can keep him for another week? I says, I'll pay you extra, pay for his dog food, etc. No, not a problem, I'll keep him for you. Much appreciated. So I went down to Cardiff and done visiting family in it. Got a lift through, went to Kerry's, opened the door, introduced himself. How in? Well, there's this poor little bugger sitting in a cage, crying, yelping, howling to be out. Kerry went, let him out. He went, as I went to open the gate, he went, hold on. I said, what's the matter? He went, my shih tzu's asleep here. I went, all right. I said, does it not like the puppy? He went, other way around. He went, he plagues the life out of it to play. So he puts a shih tzu in, I let the puppy out. He's all ours. What do you think of him? I went, he is absolutely gorgeous. So there and then I bank transferred the rest of the money. Kerry gave me the papers. Oh, sorry, I'll come back a few weeks prior. I had contacted him. I went, look, I says, nah, because obviously I didn't have the prefix or the suffix, whichever. I says, he's got to have the Cam Valley name. He went, yes. I went, can I choose the name I would like you to register him with? He went, yeah. He says, because I haven't sent the forms away yet. I went, right. So bearing in mind, his dad's name is Affenbull Bruno Mars. I thought, well, I can't have Bruno Mars. So I thought, right, well, the name of a Bruno Mars song. So I come up with Grenade. So I thought, Cam Valley, Bruno's Grenade. And when I tell Kerry, he went, not a problem. And 2 days later, I got a phone call off Di. Wow, just wow, just wow. I went, eh? He went, the name you've chosen. I went, how do you know what I've chosen? He went, Kerry phoned us. He went, he couldn't believe it. I went, what do you mean? He says, because I had said to Kerry, he says it would be awesome if somebody could incorporate Dylan's name in with the name of their pup. He went, and you have. I went, well, to me, I says it made sense. I says I couldn't have the Affenbull part because of Dylan's breeder. I went, so I had to have Cam Valley, which is Maggie's. Our pet name is Sally, but our kennel name is Maggie. I said, so I had to have that. So the next thing I thought was, right, okay. Well, I said Dylan. Then I thought, well, no, Dylan's kennel name is Bruno's Grenade. Sorry, Bruno Mars. So I thought I'd take the Bruno. Cam Valley, Bruno, and I thought the song I like is Grenade by Bruno Mars. So Cam Valley, Bruno's Grenade, and that's Brin's name. And I chose Brin not because of his Welsh parentage, because that would be spelled B-R-Y-N. It's Brin because of his colour and partly because of his heritage. But I've spelled it B-R-I-N as in Brindle. Brin. Anyhow, it's his first birthday on the 8th of February. Now, I love him a bit. I really, really do. we've had what ups, we've had what downs. He's an obstinate bugger. So my finger ripped open. Not his fault. My fault. You know, I tried prizing his jaw open. This was probably about 4 or 5 months ago. He was only about 6 months old at the time. And as he went to clamp down, I went to pull my finger away. Well, obviously, my finger caught the edge of his tooth and ripped my finger open. Well, he cowered. So I thought, oh, I need to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, they put steady stitches in, and when I come back, he was cowering behind the door. So I was playful with him, but I was mindful of my hand, keeping it out the way of his mouth. Because he's got a habit, when you walk and your arm's swinging, he likes to grab you by the fingers and lead you. So I thought I didn't want him doing that, so I kept my arm out the way. And I got him to the stage where he would play, and he wasn't afraid. So the Ben knew we had done wrong. The only thing I have now, he doesn't seem to like other people, and he doesn't seem to like other dogs. So I've been trying to get him a trainer, a one-on-one trainer, but a trainer that knows English Bull Terriers, you know, that are breed under their cell. As of yet, I've had no luck. I've had loads of trainers say they'll have a look at them, but they're not specialised in English Bull Terriers. You know, all different breeds. Well, anybody who's got an English Bull Terrier will tell you they're a breed unto their own. They're stubborn, really, really stubborn, and he is headstrong. He really is headstrong. And I want him to be social because I actually want him to be able to come down the plot. Now, if he was down here, I think he would run at people. Like, you know, he would run at them and people would see what he is and they'd be frightened. Then I don't know how he would react. If he run up to them, you know, he'd be barking, his tail would be gone, his arse end would be gone, and he'd be jumping up at them. Now, as I said, he's got a habit of trying to grab your hand. Now, people could get frightened of that. So how they react then could determine how he would react. So I wouldn't take the chance until I know he is 100% okay, where anybody could walk on my plot and I would just shout at him and that would be it. You know? So until that happens, then I won't be bringing him down. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about before I got on about Brin. You see, these are my two topics, my allotment or Brin. Once I talk about one, I forget about the other. So I've discussed what veg seeds I'm growing, what flower seeds I'm going to be growing, the pole here for me flag. Oh, I took Claire's bricks along as well, and I've had a message up, I thank you. So I think that remains it for today, everyone. I better top this fire up with logs, then I'm away home. So I'd just like to bid you all a good evening, everyone. Thank you to everybody that took the time to watch this video. Thank you. Oh, before I go on, sorry. I got a message a few days ago of a friend and subscriber. She informed me that she had been unsubscribed. Now, she got unsubscribed from my other channel and I couldn't work out why. And she reckons it's a YouTube glitch. So, if you subscribe to this channel, could you please check to make sure that you are actually still subscribed? Because for whatever reason, YouTube seems as though they're unsubscribing people and the people aren't getting notifications to say they're unsubscribed. So as far as you're concerned, they're still subscribed to the channel. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that just in case maybe someone was subscribed, they weren't getting any notifications or they weren't seeing thumbnails coming up, whatever. But once again, thank you everyone taking the time to watch, listen to this video and listen to me ramble on. So have a great evening everyone. Good night. Bye bye. Cheers.